Angel Reese was older, I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be?
The WNBA has completely lost it. The newest comedy program is mind-blowing. Angel Reese is the star of the film. Recently announced that she would take down Caitlin Clark as though she were making a living. Legend will be overthrown by someone who has been shedding tears over, fake injuries and sideline drama. Not to mention her petulant outbursts concerning salaries that are currently below ideal. Angels have now been formally rounded delusional.
Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basketball floor. Plain and simple.
It's genuinely absurd how she believes she is capable of surpassing Clark, the athlete who is currently making the only thing is history in every season. What Reese has mastered thus far is creating a ridicule of herself, but perhaps she's winning prizes for being pathetic. Before Reese opens, it certainly appears that way. Her words about dominating the WNBA. Perhaps she should look up her reputation. She won't change coaches at first. The highlight, she needs to have a positive mindset. First adjustment.
Look, Angel Reese, there's nothing that she does where you go, did you see her?
Angel Reese seems to consider collaborating with David. The trainer for Alexander LeBron James will magically change her into the following major player in women's basketball, yes. As if working out with one of the top trainers in the world will turn Reese into a superhuman-like state. Please dethrone Caitlin Clark while Reese is out and about doing whatever she wants. Enhancing her overall gait indicates that Caitlin Clark is genuinely busy. Enhancing her playmaking and shooting skills. You are aware of what matters most, while attempting to be the greatest player. So good luck, Angel, on the court. Whatever it is that you're working on. Clark continues honing the abilities that have already abandoned you. Reese might had enjoyed my little time at LSU, but it's like thinking she's on par with Clark. Declaring that a new album will be released soon. After 5 minutes of singing in the shower. Minutes, that's not realistic. Reese's competitiveness could have been the LSU's queen, but Clark is the one in charge. Reese is out here during the basketball period, discussing how to outperform Clark while Caitlin has already left to redefine the whole game, but do let me know, Reese. Additional details regarding your plan to dethrone a legend without even having received. You're getting started in the pros.
Me and Camilla, this is the most we've ever lost in our life. I only lost 7 games in my last 2 years at LSU. So, it's been hard for me. But adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of, just moving on has been something I try to give myself a little bit of grace.
Let's now go back to the NCAA championship in 2023. Desperately, Reese, remember it. Attempting to use that to steal Clark's shine. Inverting the you can't in a juvenile taunt. Observe my gesture in Clark's face. Well, that was a brief moment, but for all that's wrong. Causes when Reese was occupied with WWE. Clark was out there, gesturing with her hand. The best player on the floor, still. Outscoring everyone with ease. Reese's major move is a lame, too. Making an effort to become relevant by attempting to divert attention for a. What was the duration of that moment? 5 seconds. Reese Clark was too busy creating history. Was only acting to get attention. Can't make this crap up.
There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA.
In relation to statistics, how about? Let's just say that Reese made her WNBA debut. There was nothing noteworthy to write about. When Caitlin Clark enters the league, it lights up, burning and scores 19.2 points on average per. Accumulating assists throughout the game as she has been playing for years in the WNBA. In the meantime, Reese scores 13.6 points a game, which is nearly, in case anyone was wondering, 6 less than Clark. Oh, I forgot, and let's not forget about Clark. LED all newcomers and provides 8.4 per game, still trying to figure out what Reese was doing. Figuring out how to take a steady shot, but she gave it her all, so let's get. Clark received the Rookie of the Year award. easily took that trophy, but it wasn't even close. But in the meantime, Reese just received to make it to the finals, which seems like a participation award at this time. Clark didn't simply win. She entered the league and demonstrated that she was prepared to. Out here, she's attempting to control Reese, get caught up.
But they still ask you about Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
What is your stance on that?
So my whole thing was like, when I got drafted, number 7. So I'm like, cool. Like, the pressure is not even on me because I'm drafted 7, so the pressure shouldn't be up there. So I'm like, all right, cool. I could just hoop. So I don't know when like it started to just break out where I was just in Rookie of the Year conversations. I'm like, all right, cool.
It's because you started killing it.
Well, yeah.
However, wait for it to improve. Reese's life away from the court has truly turned into. She acquired a signature shoe deal from a circus with Reebok. Wow, what a revolutionary shoe purchase for an individual who hasn't even demonstrated her ability to execute consistently at the greatest level. Okay, let's rejoice that Clark is out for the time being. Here, every move changes the game. She's industrious and makes and raise well, sharing her way of life on Instagram, which is adorable. But if you believe that's going to assist you in defeating Clark, then okay. Luck, I would begin concentrating on basketball rather than the quantity of likes you're getting on your posts. However, let's discuss money because Reese enjoys discussing her absence, showcasing her WNBA income of $73 for 39 and discussing how Reese, honey, you're not living an expensive life, precisely residing in a Beverly mansion, Hills, and perhaps it's time to begin budgeting more effectively. But Clark is managing her business with an emphasis on the game and obviously not concerned with how much does a Starbucks latte cost these days? Let's discuss this unparalleled league, the location Reese hopes to be. This 3x3 league is going to be her big break. Beginning in January 2025, 34 of the leading players in the world, and yes, it's a significantly, you have all these elite sportsmen uniting and raise she's. I understand the sight of someone entering a lion's den. She will make money. For the 8-week season, $250,000 is a enormous improvement over her meager $81,000 WNBA pay per year, which is certainly pleasant. However, this is the issue she's having. Opposing opponents who are entirely distinct level. It goes beyond it's about real money, not about the headlines. Performance, as well as Reese's currently. Not every performance shouts, I'm ready for. This rivalry makes me realize how much I need of labor, and this is the point at which things even out. Reese, the juicier, is entering a league with a number of the best players on the earth. Reese, you have the spotlight in your sights, but when? Now is the moment to shine. The spotlight is on. To be on those who are able to deliver it. If Reese believes that attending and having a nice time will make her the next, she's going to have a rough awakening. Critics are already referring to this as an exaggeration, and to be honest, they may. You're right, this league is going to be thrilling and full of elite talent, but Reese falls well short of the quality of athletes who have previously demonstrated themselves at that standard. So as she may receive publicity, she may also receive. When you're up, there's no hiding. If Reese doesn't, against the best, improve her skills, this league could help. It reveals how far behind she is from Clark, and perhaps even emphasize how she has to travel a long way before she's on the same level of competition.
I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they rock for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes.
And this is Reese is able to talk about anything she wants. Wishes to outperform Clark, but ultimately, those are simply words. is inexpensive and undoubtedly not going to make progress in terms of expert. You wish to confront the basketball. Best, you'd better be talented enough to support. Reese's mouth is now doing. She's got more work than she can handle. These audacious assertions, but the issue is that she lacks the ability to turn them. Clark has previously demonstrated that she is authentic, and Reese is still trapped in the "I'll get there eventually" phase, and we must not overlook the reality that Reese is working out with one of the Clark, the greatest in the business, is still absent. They're working hard there, putting in. You cannot purchase your art, which is what matters. Approach to become the greatest. You can't merely work out with the best trainer and anticipate abruptly be able to defeat a legend. It requires years of constant devotion, work, and, above all, while Reese is busy getting talent, she received coaching on her overall mobility patterns. Clark is creating history with each as she enters the court, so when Reese declares her intention to dethrone Clark, to put it simply, the only thing she's intending to dethrone herself from. Indeed, this league is unmatched. A fantastic chance for Reese to obtain some publicity, but let's face it, it might additionally be the location where the distance between she and Clark grow closer. It's brutally clear that talking is simple, about assuming control when nobody's actually challenging you, but when you take the initiative. In contrast to real elite competition, which is where things are difficult, and RE at the moment remains well below Clark's level if she doesn't quit trying harder, pretending to be there already. She will be mentioned in passing in Clark's. She will not be dethroned by Journey.